It's a little windy right now, y'all. It's a little windy right now, but I'm on this nature walk and I decided to bring my YouTube family with me and talk about the mighty Minnesota Vikings and what's going on. And we're going to also talk about the Timberwolves as well. Let me just say this. I know it's a little windy right now, but let me just say this right now, right? Colin Cowherd, right? Let's just be real, man. Let's just admit you do not like the Vikings. By the way, I go by the name Mike Sports Vibes. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm a diehard Minnesota Viking fan from Pennsylvania. And if you're wondering why I'm a Viking fan from PA, it's because of the greatest wide receiver of all time, Randy Moss. No debate, because I always say this. If Randy Moss was with the Patriots, and look, I'm glad he was a Viking. I'm glad that he's the greatest wide receiver of all time in the history of the NFL, and he played for the Vikings. But if Randy Moss played for the Patriots with Tom Brady, he would have destroyed all Jerry Rice's records. But that's just my opinion. But let me get back to what I was saying. I will be going live for every single Minnesota Viking game this season, so hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Now, it's a little windy right now. It just got windy out of nowhere, y'all, so I apologize that it's windy, and I hope that you can hear me clearly. All right, so Colin Cowherd, I just want him to admit that he doesn't rock with the Vikings. I just want him to admit that the Vikings is the team that he loves to hate on. Colin Cowherd. Let's just keep it real, bro. There's something about the purple and gold you don't rock with. I don't know if because you like this Sam Darnold so much you wanted Sam Darnold to stay on the Vikings. I don't know if it's something about J.J. McCarthy that you just can't stand. I really would love for you to be real and keep it 100 with us. But this is what he said on his show the other day, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. I understand when he talks about like J.J. McCarthy, he hasn't done anything in the NFL yet. That's a fact. But at the same time, do you not know what we have on this team? He doesn't have to do everything because we have a great team all around. But let me get to what this man has said, right? This is what he said on the Colin Cowherd show. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. It's definitely going down on Mike Sports Vibes. And I'm trying to wait till some people get in the building before I really start going in. But if you don't know, Colin Cowherd was just talking so crazy. But this is what he said. He's talking about J.J. McCarthy. He's talking about the Minnesota Vikings organization. He said, I have so many questions about this. He's talking about J.J. McCarthy. He said, I know Kevin O'Connell is all fired up about this, as he should be. I added that. I added that to the mix. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. What did that man say, Mr. Mike Sport? No, it's Mike Sports Vibes. This is I cover the Minnesota Vikings. I go live for absolutely every single Viking game. And even if you're not a Viking fan and you liking good vibes, and when we go live, we have the scoreboard and everything up. You can talk that trash in the comments, and we gonna rock out and have fun. But yes, we go live for every Minnesota Viking game, and we're also gonna talk about the Timberwolves, if they're gonna win Game 3 tonight. So if you're interested in all that, make sure you nice. I like the Bills. You like the Bills? If we play y'all, I'm gonna talk trash to you, bro. Don't be mad at me though. I'm gonna talk trash to you, and I'm gonna say this right now. I say this all the time. Don't take this the wrong way. We're gonna beat the brakes off of y'all. We're gonna beat the brakes off of y'all. And yeah, have an excellent day, Tara. Shout out to B-Lo boys. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. All right, but this is what Colin Cowherd said, right? He also said, he said, Kevin O'Connell is all fired up about this, but it is very rare. He's talking about it's very rare for a quarterback to really be that good early on. That's pretty much what he's saying. He's saying, I need to, hold on. I read a story this morning about this 14 wins, and they're like, we're going to go with a new guy. So he's pretty much referring to the Vikings like, yo, how y'all move on from Sam Darnold when he got you 14 wins? And I understand the 14 wins factor, but what do those 14 wins get us? The 14 wins got us a knockout in the wild card round. The 14 wins meant nothing when it comes down to it. Just like the Lions, they won 14 games. I know they got injured, but that's the part of the sport. And they got knocked out in the first round. It's not about how many wins you have, honestly. Of course, you want home field advantage throughout. It's about being healthy at the right time. It's about just making it to the playoffs. I'd rather be a wild card team and be completely healthy than be a team with the first seed and your whole team is hurt. That's just my opinion. Yeah, we never won a Super Bowl, but we go Vikings. Go to the bowl. Go Vikings, baby. Go to the bowl. Yeah. What else did he say? What he said? I'll just say it. I'm a skeptic. Now I'm not, or he said, now I'm not Zach Wilson skeptic. He said, I think he's closer to Jackson Dart than Jaden Daniels. Wow. That's how I would say it. He said, I think he's closer to Ole Miss guy that everybody suddenly loved after he stopped playing. Like, Colin Cowherd. Like, why though, bro? Why do you have this disbelief that J.J. McCarthy will be a good quarterback at the next level? Has he not proven that he, at every level that he played at, when he played in high school, J.J. McCarthy was that guy. J.J. McCarthy won in high school. J.J. McCarthy won in college. And he's going to continue winning at the professional level. Do you not know what the Vikings have on the team? The Vikings got the trenches, like the trenches for the offensive line, defensive line, is the best it's been since I don't know when. I don't even remember the last time the Vikings had a good offensive line and a good defensive line. J.J. McCarthy is going to be sitting in that pocket, throwing to the best wide receiver in the game named Justin Jefferson. He's going to be throwing it to Jordan Addison. He's going to be throwing it to Ty Felton, Speedy Naylor. He's going to be going on vacation, sipping on coladas, chilling in the pocket, looking at his third option, his fourth option. Shoot, he might even look at his fifth option, if there is a fifth option. That's how good the offensive line is. Yes, the Vikings have to show it. They have to prove it. But my goodness, Colin Cowherd, just admit you do not like the purple and gold. And it's all good because we're going to prove to the whole NFL world that we're the real deal. And shout out to Chris Farrell in the building. You need a haircut. Yeah, I do. I actually do need a haircut. But thank you for that. Thank you. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. Truly appreciate y'all. All right, so what else? He said, oh, he also said that JJ, this is so funny, y'all. He also said that JJ McCarthy is the fourth best quarterback in the division. He said that JJ McCarthy is the fourth best quarterback in the NFC North division. Now, I don't agree with that. I understand that J.J. McCarthy has to prove himself. I understand that J.J. McCarthy, I'm not going to put him above Jared Goff yet. I'm not going to put him above, who else is it? Jordan Love yet. He has to prove himself. I won't. I'm not going to put him above them two quarterbacks. Caleb's going to have to show me a little bit more. And I'm not saying that JJ is necessarily better than him right now, but I just can't wait till he proves that he is. That's the one thing. Sorry about the win, y'all. He has to prove it. He said, do you like Wayne? Yeah, I like Wayne. He has to prove it. But it's just crazy. He really is saying, what did he say? He said, experts, Vikings finished. He also said that he thinks that the Vikings will finish fourth in the division. He said the Vikings will finish fourth in the division. He also said, like, it's just like, why do you dislike the Vikings so much? Are you that much of a supporter of Sam Darnold that Sam Darnold was just, oh my gosh, he's the guy that the Vikings should have kept? First and foremost, let's keep it real. When it comes to Sam Darnold, and I'm not hating on Sam Darnold. Like, Sam Darnold, honestly, is he was a good quarterback for us last year, right? And I agree with that. But before he came to the Vikings, what was he? He was considered a bust. And I'm not trying to hate on Bull. Wolves in 5. I got Wolves in 6. But yeah, I think people forget that before he came to the Vikings, he wasn't considered a good quarterback. Let's keep it real. And when you come to the Vikings, you got the best wide receiver to throw the ball to. I'm not saying Sam Darnold didn't have a good season. I'm not trying to take away from Sam Darnold. He had a tremendous season. We wouldn't have won 14 games without Sam Darnold. But does make it seem like, oh my gosh, you should have kept Sam Darnold, and why would you why would you not re-sign Sam and make J.J. McCarthy your starting quarterback? It's because of this. Because if we would have kept Sam Darnold, we wouldn't be able to sign all the free agents that we signed. We wouldn't have this great offensive line that I think on paper. We wouldn't have this great defensive line on paper. We wouldn't have the players, the caliber of players that we have right now on this team if we was to sign Sam Darnold. We'll have a couple of those players, but not all of them. We pretty much upgraded the whole trenches in one offseason. Wolves going to win either way. Yeah, they're going to win either way. I think so too. You know what I mean? Nas Reed going to pop up. Yeah, I think Nas Reed, that's my guy, man. But let me give a big shout out to McDaniels. McDaniels is balling. And let me just say this right now. I will be covering the Timberwolves for the playoffs. I do play-by-plays. I'm going to see. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a play-by-play tonight. We'll see. But if you are a Timberwolves fan, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. If you are a Viking fan, I go live for every single Minnesota Viking game. There's just with the scoreboard and everything. So it's definitely going down on Mike Sports Vibes. And I'm actually consider going live for not every Minnesota Timberwolves game when it comes to regular season as well. And I'm going to just say this right now. I am a Minnesota Viking fan from Pennsylvania. So I'm a Minnesota Viking fan because of Randy Moss. And I'm Philly everything else. So I'm a Sixer fan. I'm a Phillies fan. I'm a Flyers fan. When it comes to football, I'm a Viking fan. I'm not a Timberwolves fan, but I love basketball, and I love great basketball, and I respect the Timberwolves franchise. Especially, I'm a big Kevin Garnett guy. So if you know who Kevin Garnett is, you should know who Kevin Garnett is. If you're a Minnesota Timberwolves fan, you should know who KG is. One of the best power forward / centers of all time. And I'm cheering for the Minnesota Timberwolves this year because I think they deserve it, man. Minnesota Vikings never won a Super Bowl. I don't know if the Timberwolves ever won a championship, but I hope they can get far this year. You know what I mean? I hope they get far this year. But on my other channel, I cover the Sixers and the Phillies. If you are interested, it's called Mike Sports Vibes Balling, and I cover the Sixers and the Phillies. I do card reveals, I do play-by-plays and all that over there as well. So yeah, I have 2 YouTube channels. This is my Viking YouTube channel, and I will be covering the Timberwolves as well, if that's what people want me to do. Because usually I just cover the Vikings on this channel, to be honest with you. But I'm gonna probably start covering the Timberwolves on this channel as well. But what is your Lil Wayne song? Lil Wayne song. I don't know. Oh, I don't know if you know this song. It's called Go DJ. Hey, that's my DJ. Go DJ. Hey, that's my one. The hottest brother under the sun. I don't know if you know that. That's an old school Lil Wayne. I don't know if you know that Lil Wayne. You probably don't know who that is. You probably don't know that song. Go DJ. He said McDaniels is balling. Yeah, McDaniels is balling. And yeah. But let me just finish this. Let me finish my thoughts real quick on the Vikings real quick. I'm gonna get to the Timberwolves right. I'm gonna get to the Timberwolves right after this. But Colin Cowherd, I just want to say this, bro. I want you to keep that same energy. When we are running the NFC North Division and J.J. McCarthy is balling, I'm not saying he's going to be on a level of a Jaden Daniels, but who knows? He might be above that level. Who knows? I'm just saying. But you already trying to knock the man down before he even really plays a regular season game. It's kind of crazy to me. That's why I feel like you're just a Sam Darnold supporter to the max. And ain't nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, how you going to knock somebody before he plays a regular season game, bro? How you going to knock J.J. McCarthy before he plays a regular season game, bro? And when he did play in the preseason against the Raiders last season, he was balling out, man. He was balling out. So Colin Cowherd, let's just admit that you don't like the Vikings. But at the same time, I want you to honestly admit when we do our thing next year, I want you to show some love and show some respect, bro. Show some love and show some respect. You know what I mean? But shout out to everybody that's in the building. I truly appreciate y'all. I truly appreciate y'all. Y'all know the vibes over here. What else? Well, let's get to the Timberwolves. Game 3. What's the final score prediction for the Timberwolves, y'all? What's the final score prediction for the Timberwolves? I'm going to tell you right now. I think the Timberwolves will win. They're going to play without, the Warriors are going to play without Steph Curry. To be honest with you, I really wish Steph Curry was playing because of the facts. You know what I mean? I want them to be, I know injuries happen. It is what it is. Next man up mentality. But you're not replacing a Steph Curry. You know what I mean? There's not one NBA player in the NBA that can replace a Steph Curry and what he does for a team. So I wish he got to play, but I got the Timberwolves winning tonight. They have to win tonight. I believe Steph Curry is out. I believe they're going to ball out. And I think it really starts on the defensive side of the ball. I want to give a big shout out to 2 role players that I really have a lot of respect. 3 role players for the Timberwolves. It's getting mad windy. I'm not sure what's going on. It's getting windy. My bad, y'all. It's a little windy right now. But I'm going to start it with Jaden McDaniels. That man's been balling on both sides of the ball, man. That man's been balling on both sides of the ball, guarding the best offensive player on the opposing team and giving you points and rebounding. And look, he's just a very good role player. I got a lot of respect for Jaden McDaniels. Like, I'm a Sixer fan, right? You know what I mean? I'm a Sixer fan. I'm a Viking fan. I'm a Phillies fan. Let me just say this right now. Just getting back to basketball for a second, right? As a Sixer fan, and I would love to have a player like Jaden McDaniels. I would love to have a player like Jaden McDaniels. Like, shout out to Sarah in the building. Shout out to TY in the building. Would you trade for one of those role players? Yeah, heck yeah. I would want Jaden McDaniels. I would want Naz Reid. I would want Jaden McDaniels. Should I take all 3? Give me Walker. Give me Jaden McDaniels. And give me Naz Reid. Give me all. Give me all of them. If I had to choose an order on which ones I want the most, I think I'm going to go Jaden McDaniels, then Reid, then Walker. But those role players are very good. You know what I mean? They have to win this game, though. This game 3 is a must-win because I think Steph Curry is out. And I think he might play game 4. So you got to make sure you get this dub without Steph Curry, which they can. And they can win when the Warriors have Steph Curry. But definitely, if they don't have their superstar, the Timberwolves have to win this game. Can you believe the Lakers traded McDaniels? And they're the stupidest, man. Lakers made a big mistake. Jaden McDaniels is like, listen, he's a perfect 3-and-D type guy. He can shoot the 3. He plays really good defense, elite defense. He the only one. I'm not saying he's stopping Steph Curry, and nobody's really stopping Steph Curry, but he the only one that can like make it hard for him. He can make it hard for Steph Curry. Jaden McDaniels can pretty much guard 1 through 4. I don't think he can guard center, but he can guard 1 through 4. He can guard the guard. He can guard a shooting guard. He can guard a wing, small forward, a power forward, depending on who the power forward is. Jaden McDaniels can guard 1 through 4, and he's a very good defender. Not an average, not a good. He's a very good defender, and the thing about it, he's a very good rebounder too. He's a good player all around. He's a perfect role player, and he keeps that team. Like, he's the heart of that team. Like, I know Ant-Man's the heart, right? But Jaden McDaniels does so much. I could debatably say they both the heart of the team. You know what I mean? Like, Jaden McDaniels is like slept on. I don't know why the Lakers traded him. The Lakers are probably gonna fall apart. Game 5. But I got the Timberwolves winning this game. What's it? Is it game 3, right? I think it's game 3. They play in game 3 tonight. So they got to win this game 3. What I would say about the Timberwolves is if you're bricking from chicken from the 3, stop shooting the 3. But last game they was on. They was on last game. They made their 3s. They shot like 40-something% from 3. But if you're like, I always say this, when it comes to shooting the 3, if you're shooting 35% and up, you're doing pretty good. If you're shooting lower than 35, especially lower than 25% from three, that means you need to stop shooting threes. You got to stop. You got to just drive to the lane. You got to score. There's so many ways you can score in basketball. You don't always have to shoot the three. You know what I mean? And they have the talent to do it. You know what I would love to see, though? What I would love to see more from the Timberwolves? Well, not from the Timberwolves. I'm going to just say Julius Randle. And I like Julius Randle. I just wish he would stop passing up layups, man. He be passing up like I don't know what he be thinking, man. I know he be trying to get like a better shot, but the closer you get to the paint, the higher the percentage is. Even if you have a defender in your face, you know what I mean? It's still a higher percentage, in my opinion, than a wide open three, especially if you're not shooting the three that well. I just feel like Julius Randle, he'd be a little bit too passive. I think he needs to be a little bit more aggressive because he has the game. He could post you up. He could do the turnaround midi in the paint. He's a strong dude, man. Like, sometimes he be passing up a layup. I'm like, dude, don't pass up the layup. You right there. If you don't shoot over top of him, I'd rather him take a contested shot in the paint than him pass up a contested shot in the paint and give it up for a three-point shot. You know what I mean? The three-point shooting drives me. Yeah, especially if you're not making them. If you're not making them, oh my gosh, if you're not making them, it's like it gets on your nerves because they keep chucking it up. Like, there's some teams that no matter what, they could be bricking for chicken and they're still want to chuck up a lot of threes. But then there's some teams that adapt and be like, yo, we ain't making our threes. Let's change it up a little bit. But since they made their threes last game, it helped out everything else. But I really do like the team like that they got. They're built right. They're built right. And they feed off of their defense. And they feed off of their superstar. You know what I mean? Ant-Man is the one superstar that don't matter. It don't matter who y'all go against. Y'all got a chance against any team because y'all got a superstar, like a guy that will not back down from nobody. It don't matter if it's LeBron James. You already saw that. It doesn't matter if it's Luka. You already saw that. It doesn't matter if it's Devin Booker, Kevin Durant. It don't matter who he's going against. He going to be like, yo, but the Timberwolves got me. And guess what? I'm going to talk my stuff. And the one thing about Ant-Man, he talks a lot of trash on the court, and he backs it up. And even if he's not scoring 40 points, even if he's not scoring 30 points, the one thing I love about Ant is he'll guard the best offensive player when need be. And he's a very, very good defender. That's the one thing about two-way players. I don't like one-way players that just play all offense. I mean, I like them. I like Luka, but Luka don't play no dang on defense. Attack the paint. We shot ourselves. Out of game one. Yeah, that was that was the worst. Look, I don't know what was happening. I was like yelling at the dang on TV, like, yo, what are y'all doing? What are the Timberwolves doing? Why do they keep shooting the three? It was like I'm gonna prove them wrong. I'm gonna make this next shot. And it just clank, brick, bricking left and right. But it's tied up 1-1. You got to win game 3. And then we'll go from there. One game at a time. That's the one thing about the NBA playoffs. Especially when you get to the second round. You got to go by one game at a time. You can't get too high, can't get too low after a win. And I'm going to give you a perfect example. The Nuggets got beat by 40-something points. Not last night's game, but the game prior. And guess what? They won yesterday in overtime. So the Nuggets are up 2-1 against OKC. So you could get beat by 40-something points in a game, but it only counts as one dub. You could win by a point, it counts as one dub. You can win by 43 points. It only counts as one dub. That's why the playoffs in the NBA, it's not like a lucky thing. Like, whoever wins the championship is pretty much the best team because it's a best of 7. So you have to win 4 times. And it's not like football, right? The team that's not the best can win the Super Bowl if they get hot. I know that sounds crazy. You just got to get hot at the right moment. Let's keep it real. And I'm just going to use this as an example, right? when the Patriots had Randy Moss, my favorite player in NFL history, and they got to the Super Bowl against the Giants, if they was to play a 7-game series, just a 7-game series, I know it's football, you can't do it, but I'm just saying. Let's say a 4-game series. Let's say a 3-game series, not 7. Let's say they played a 3-game series in football. Do you really think that the Giants would win that series? I don't think so, bro. I don't think they would. I feel like the Patriots should have won both them Super Bowls. You know what I mean? I think the better team lost. The team that got hot, because there was a wild card team that just got hot at the right time. And yes, they had one of the greatest defensive lines ever, probably, but still, the Patriots were on another level that year, man. Both years. But if it was a best out of 3 series in football, I don't think it would be like some of these Super Bowls that was won probably wouldn't have happened. That's what makes football so great, because all you gotta do is win 1 game. You just gotta be better against that team for 1 game, and then you move on. It's not like, oh, I gotta play this guy again. I gotta play these dudes again, and then they make adjustments. Nope. You make the adjustments at halftime. If you don't win, you're going home. Pretty much that's what it is. You're going home if you don't make the adjustments at halftime. That's why football is such like one of those sports, like even baseball is the best of 7, I believe. So it's like the same thing like basketball. Like usually the best team wins those series. Should the Sixers trade everyone? Heck yeah. Let's go Sixers process. Oh man, I don't even want to talk about the Sixers. I don't even want to talk. Listen, I'll go live on my other channel and talk about the Sixers. Listen, the Sixers make the Sixers need to do a lot. They need to get rid of there's only 2 players. There's only 3 players that I would keep. That is Tyrese Maxey, that is Jared McCann, and that's Quentin Grimes. Everybody else can go. I don't even want to talk about the Sixers right now because it's irritating. It's irritating. When I talk about the Sixers, it's irritating. I love the Sixers, but as a Sixer fan, it's irritating because they made so many stupid decisions. They looked at the name instead of the play, like instead of a team. Like you can't build a championship team with just big names. You got to build it by, like for instance, right? Jaden McDaniels, he ain't no superstar. He ain't no star, but he's a very, very good role player. You need role players to win championships. Naz Reid is not a star. He's not a superstar, right? He's not going to get the shine and the glamour of a star, right? He's not going to get that like Ant-Man. But guess what? He's one of the best role players. Let's name another player, right? Walker. I'm a big support. Listen, Walker off the bench. I'm going to tell you this right now, Timberwolves fans. Walker off the bench giving you, listen, even if he's not scoring, he giving you that defense, bro. He giving you that elite defense. That's the one thing about it, man. You got to build. It's not about having a whole bunch of stars. It's about having a team. A team could beat stars. Yes, talent does win championships, but also teams. A complete team could beat superstars. When it was the Detroit Pistons versus the Lakers, when they had Shaq and Kobe Bryant, you know what I mean? They had Fox, they had Derek Fisher. What happened? The Pistons won because they had a complete team. They had Ben Wallace, Rasheed Wallace, Richard Hamilton, Tayshaun Prince, Billups. They had a team, bro. And that's why I'm rock with the Timberwolves. They got a superstar. They got one superstar, right? They got an all-star in Julius Randle. I think Julius Randle made a all-star game. I think he did. I'm not 100% sure. If y'all can leave in the comments, let me know if Julius Randle ever made an all-star game. I don't know. But I like Julius Randle. I really do. I like Julius Randle. So he made an all-star game. So you got an all-star, you got a superstar. And then everybody else is like the perfect role player. The perfect role players. The perfect players that have their roles to win a championship. They have the right pieces. Will they win? I don't know. Because there's a lot of competition out there. But do they have a chance? They definitely have a chance. They're one of the deepest teams in the NBA right now. And on top of that, they have a chance against the winner of the OKC. And if they get past the Warriors, we got to get past the Warriors first. They have a chance against the Nuggets or the OKC Thunder. In my opinion, I said this before, I think the favorite out of the West is the winner of the other series, though. I think the Nuggets and OKC, and I might be wrong because I've been wrong all playoffs. I think they're the favorites, in my opinion, to represent the West. But would I be surprised if Minnesota comes out the West? No, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised because Minnesota got a good team. That's one thing about me. Like I admit when I'm wrong. I was wrong about. Let me tell you everything I was wrong this year. I was wrong about my Sixers. And shout out to my guy Mitch, Motown Mitch. Shout out to you, bro. I was wrong about my Sixers. I was wrong about the New York Knicks getting out the first round. I was wrong about the dang on I was right about the Warriors. I thought the Warriors were gonna beat the Rockets. I was wrong about the Nuggets getting past the Clippers. I thought the Clippers were gonna beat the Nuggets. What else was I wrong about? Yeah. What up, though, yo? What's going on, bro? Hey, listen, I'm so ready for the NFL to start, man. I'm tired of my guy. I'm tired of Colin Cowherd hating on the Vikings. Colin Cowherd might as well just admit he don't like the purple and gold. He making it seem like Sam Darnold is like the greatest quarterback. Oh, like Sam Darnold's not that dude, man. Before he came to the Vikings, he wasn't that dude. Yes, I give him credit for what he did, but you trying to sleep on J.J. McCarthy. He trying to make it seem like J.J. McCarthy's a scrub before he even got to even play in the regular season. How can you say a quarterback isn't good before he got to play in the regular season? He played in the preseason and got hurt, teared his meniscus against the Raiders. He has not played in the regular season. But it's like Colin Cowherd's like, oh, the Vikings are going to be fourth in the NFC North Division. J.J. McCarthy's the fourth best quarterback in the NFC North. Man, be quiet. Colin Cowherd needs to admit that he doesn't like the Vikings. And when we prove to the whole world that he's that guy, that J.J. McCarthy's that guy and the Vikings are the real deal, I hope he keeps that same energy, and I hope he can admit that he was wrong, for real. Cowherd put us in the basement because we did not. Exactly. We didn't extend Sam. Like, I don't know. Listen, I'm so happy about Sam Darnold. I am happy that he got a contract with the Seahawks. I am happy he helped us get 14 wins. But it wasn't just all Sam Darnold. Yes, Sam Darnold had a lot of great moments last season. You know what I mean? But it does help to have a very good coach. Excuse me. It does help to have a very good defense behind you. It does help to have the best wide receiver to throw the ball to. It does help to have these different things. And before he came to the Vikings, he wasn't that guy. I hope the best for Sam Darnold. But people make it seem like, oh my gosh, the Vikings didn't re-sign Sam. Oh, the sky is falling. Like, first and foremost, if we was to re-sign Sam Darnold, we wouldn't even have the team we have now. We wouldn't be able to sign all the players we have right now. We signed a lot of players this offseason, and we still got money to sign players. If we was to sign Sam Darnold to the contract he got signed to or more, then how are we going to sign all these players to make this team better? The whole point of drafting a quarterback in the top 10 is to have him on his rookie deal so you could build a championship caliber team, win a Super Bowl, and then when J.J. McCarthy proves himself, we'll give him that big time contract. But why would we give a contract to another Kirk Cousins, bro? Like, I don't even listen. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I got Sam Darnold better than Kirk Cousins. Look, let me keep it real. Like, for me, I know it's just one season with the Vikings, but I got Sam Darnold over Kirk Cousins. I'm not trying to be a hater of Kirk Cousins. I don't hate the man. I just, man, this man had his in handcuffs for I don't know how many seasons and has not been productive. And everybody was like, oh my gosh, Kirk Cousins. And I'm not hating on Kirk. I hope the best for the Bull. We better not sign him. I know we're not going to sign him. We got Sam Howell. You know what I mean? We're not signing Kirk Cousins. I'm just saying, like, when I heard the rumors about Kirk coming back to Minnesota, I was like, oh, please no. Please no. Sonny D, nah, he's Sam Darnold. Sammy D. Sam Darnold was kind of forced to succeed. He was yeah, he had a very good team around him. And the thing about it, if we would have kept Sam Darnold, we wouldn't have the money that we wouldn't have the players we have around on our team right now. We have debatably on paper one of the best top 5 offensive line. We have one of the best defensive lines. We have a our defensive line is so good, in my honest opinion. The guy that I like a lot is I like Hargrave. I think Hargrave, if he's healthy, because I remember him being a Pro Bowler. I remember him doing his thing. I remember how good that man is. If he's healthy, we got something special, man. We don't got to blitz so much. Our secondary is not going to have to cover that long. You know what I mean? Our defensive line is going to get to the quarterback. He only going to probably get to his first, second option at the most. He's not going to be sitting back in the dang on pocket on his fifth option because our defensive line can't get to him. And on top of that, we might not have to blitz so much, so we can keep our linebackers back. We can keep our safeties back. We don't have to ever really blitz our corners, which I don't think do we blitz our corners? I think we do blitz our corners. Brian Flores don't got to blitz so much, but I know Brian Flores will blitz. That's one thing about Brian Flores. I'm not trying to change the man. He's a very good defensive coordinator. But now he doesn't have to blitz all the dang on time because you got the defensive line finally. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit different now. Rodgers reported headed to the Vikings. Yeah, stop the cap. I wouldn't even want Aaron Rodgers. I'm so mad that there were so many rumors about him even coming to the Vikings. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe the Vikings are about to do this. But I'm glad the Vikings made the right decision. I'm glad the Vikings said, yo, we're going to move in another direction and do what we have to do and build around a rookie that we believe in. J.J. McCarthy has that it factor. I'm going to keep saying it. And I cannot wait until he proves everybody wrong. I can't wait. Because a lot of people doubting the Vikings. Oh, they don't have Sam Darnold no more. Okay, whoopie-doo. It is what it is. We got J.J. McCarthy. J.J. McCarthy's going to do his thing. But, yeah, Boston Celtics beating the, who they playing? The Knicks. So, but yeah, I'm about to get off, y'all. Have a wonderful day. I'm probably going to be live tonight for the Timberwolves and Warriors I think it's at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time for Game 3. So make sure you tune in for that. It's definitely going down. I'm looking forward to it. And I also might start covering the Timberwolves on this channel. I'm not going to be able to do live every single game because, I'm a Sixer fan. I'm going to be covering the Sixers on my other channel. But I will cover the Timberwolves, meaning I'll do play-by-play for the regular season. But I'm still working on it. I'm still working on that. We'll see what happens. But I might start covering the Timberwolves on this channel, including, of course, the Vikings and, But I hope everybody has a wonderful day. And you know how what I say. God bless. Be easy. Hope all is well. Be safe out there. And Celtics, Cavs finally woke up. Yeah, the Cavs and the Celtics finally woke up. But yeah, this is crazy. You ain't lying. The Cavs, I think it was more they were hurt. Garland was hurt. DeAndre Hunter was hurt. Garland, DeAndre Hunter, and Mobley was hurt. So that's why the Cavs were losing. The Celtics, I don't know what's up with the Celtics. Celtics just be up and down, but they're a good team. I'm not a big fan of their centers, but they still got that bull Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, and they got that bull White as well. So, but I'm going to be out. Peace out, y'all. Peace.